Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Regular viewers will know I review many photographic, audio and video related products. Today isn't a review as such, it's a second look or third look at the Fuji X-T30 or Fujifilm X-T30, and here it is. And I purchased this camera as a companion to my Fuji X-T3, but since then I've actually bought a couple of Nikon Z6s. So, you know, what cameras do I take out with me when I go out doing photography? Today actually we're filming with two of my Z6s. One's getting the close-ups, one's getting the wide. I've got a little cutaway camera here, a little Sony that I may or may not use in the edit, and my Atmos Ninja 5 to pick up what the computer's doing. So anyway, back to the X-T30. Great little camera, nice and compact for going out and about. Now, when we go out, I normally now take the Nikon Z6. I used to take the Fuji X-H1, but I now take the Z6, bigger sensor, better image quality, theoretically. And I give the Fuji X-T30 to Mandy, my partner. Now, Mandy isn't a techno freak. She doesn't understand all these settings, you know, shutter speeds, apertures, and all that sort of malarkey. She just wants to be able to pick the camera up and go, boom, there's the photo, you know. And that's great, because she always comes back with some great images. But I actually cocked up last week when we went out. So I gave Mandy the camera, thought I had preset it, and obviously I hadn't, because if you look at the images here, we have to laugh really, poor girl. She wasn't aware of this because she didn't notice it on the back of the screen. It's quite possible that I didn't have image preview on, but if you look at that, somewhat overexposed. And I noticed on the camera, I had set it to 2000, I've actually tried editing that one. I set the camera to 2000 ISO. Which was a bit dumb. It either got knocked to that or it got set to that, I don't know. And we went inside the church, and it was great, not the church, the cathedral. We went inside Bristol Cathedral, and yeah, great inside there, because 2000 ISO was absolutely fine. And you can see their raw images, you know. And that was absolutely fine inside the cathedral. I can pull the shadows back on those images and get some really nice images out of them. But I thought, okay, I noticed it when we came out of the cathedral. The battery had died on the camera, so I put a new battery in, and I noticed the cock up. So I then decided, aha, we'll switch it to auto. So on this camera, it's got manual, standard settings, switch it to there. Then you can adjust your shutter speeds, apertures, and what have you. But if you switch it to auto, the camera then decides what it's going to do. And it works brilliantly. And I will have to do that in future. Give that to Mandy and let the camera decide which is the correct settings. And if we look at, if we go to some that I've already pre-marked, you can see that, you know, they're absolutely fine. No problem at all with them. Nice colours, vibrant, perfect sharpness. Well, the sharpness is down to the lens and setting the autofocus settings. But the camera sets it all, you know. Not wrong with that at all. Absolutely super. But there is one criticism I have with Fuji using the auto mode. What the camera does, it only shoots in JPEG, and I'm really frustrated with that, because I love editing photos when we get back, and I love pulling the shadows up, adjusting the highlights, etc, etc. And while the camera, you see again that switch there, while that's in auto mode, I can't find a way of getting the camera to take RAW as well as JPEG. Is that something that Fuji have penalised? They've done that deliberately, thinking that people that shoot auto don't want to muck around with that? Why can't it do both? Like, when you've got it set to normal mode, JPEG and RAW, no problem. I can see it's come up on the screen, JPEG and RAW. Switch it to auto, you only get JPEG. Now, I can see where Fuji are thinking, if it's in auto, you're a novice and you don't want to muck around with editing. But what about if you are handing it to somebody else to take the photographs and then you want to edit them back, you know, back at base? So I'm a bit disappointed with that. And I'm not sure what I think of it, to be honest, because it is a great camera, but it is lacking the image stabilization. So when you do go inside like a cathedral there, you are hoping that the auto settings are not going to set a really slow shutter speed. I think you can set it actually, I think you can set its parameters, so what the slowest shutter speed would be and what have you. But other than that, the images are lovely and sharp. They're just really, really nice images. You know, the Fuji colours, JPEGs, are great straight out the camera. So, am I being fussy? I don't know. I genuinely, and I mean this, I genuinely don't know. Do I... I thought of letting Mandy have one of my Z6s, but it's a little bit heavy for her by the time you put the lenses on. This is ideal. It's perfect. So, there we go. I just want to know what your thoughts are. Should I just not be worrying about it, leave it on auto and let be happy with the JPEGs? Because, you know I can pull a little bit of shadow detail out and a bit of, with JPEGs. There we go. So it's just my thoughts, on using the auto setting with a Fuji X-T30. Should I be concerned about them being JPEG only or not? Or is there a setting within the menu that I've missed? And please, if there is an X-T30 owner out there, or maybe Fuji watch this and can tell me, maybe there's a firmware update, I don't know. But other than that, fantastic little camera. It is honestly a fantastic little camera, and can get great images, but just be careful with the settings if you are going to hand it to somebody else. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found my channel useful and you do enjoy these videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you found the content of this video, although it is very niche, but if you found the content of this video useful, please hit the like button and stay tuned for more videos related to photography and video. Thanks again. Oh, by the way, as a note, this program I'm using here, Lumen R3, which is a excellent bit of software. It's very much an alternative to Photoshop and Lightroom. I'm offering a $10 discount at the moment for anyone who wants to purchase not Lightroom, sorry Luminar, who wants to purchase Lumen R3. There's a link to it in the description, and go ahead, download the trial version, see how you get on with it, and if you do want to buy it, use the coupon code AVP when you check out and you'll get $10 off. And I can highly recommend Lumen R3. It's effectively a sort of catalogued program that can catalogue your images just like Lightroom does, and also it's got masses of editing features within the program. So there we go, download that and get $10 off. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers for now. Bye.